What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Base Damage, and welcome back to Community Fridays. This deck in particular, submitted by Joker in the Discord. I think he said this is the one that he ran. This is the Hololive deck that he ended up running at. I think he said he ran this at Duluth. Don't hold me to that, but I know he used this in whichever regionals it was that he went to. But yeah, it is a Mume Rushia 8 pants build. I love me some Hololive, so I'm like, fuck it, we're definitely taking a look at this today. So let's hop right into it. Mostly yellow, blue, because your top end's a whole bunch of yellow. There is a nice chunk of red in here. Understandable with like the Miko Drop Searcher, the Hachimo Rest and everything. You know, it's the Reine level 0 and all that jazz. It's understandable. So let's start with the level 3 Tsunomaki Art. Tsunomaki Watame is a 3/2/9/5. If you have 4 or more Hololive characters, this gets -1 level while in your hand. A very easy, early play summoning condition. When this is placed on stage from hand, reveal the top part of your deck. If it's a Hololive character, you may choose one level 3 or lower character in your opponent's center stage and put it at the bottom of their deck. This is just hateful, because as long as they don't have hexproof, you can just get rid of something that's really in the way and just be like, alright, just get it out of here. As long as I top check a Hololive character, which is pretty easy to do for this for a lot of Hololive decks. So 2 copies of that. Actually, I want to double check one thing real quick. On stage from hand, I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't activate off the Rushia summon, does it? No. So 1 copy of Captain of Hosho Pirates Hosho Marine. This is from the trial deck. It's very simple. It's a 3/2/10K. When it's placed on stage from hand or by the effect of the level 3 Rushia, you may put the top card of your clock into the waiting room. When this card attacks, you can pay 1, pitch 1. If you do, choose up to 3 of your Hololive characters, and those characters get plus 500 power and plus 1 soul till end of turn. The fact that it can heal based off of the Rushia summon is really nice. 1 copy of Wandering Bard Tsunomaki Watame. I think this man likes him some sheep. It's a 3/2/10K. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pitch a climax to salvage back a Hololive character from waiting room. Very nice for setting up stuff. As well as on play, you can pay an extra stock to just grab back whatever climax you want. So really good. Be able to get the Rushia one at level 3. Just get the combo going off. Really nice. 1 copy of Festival Drawings Natsuhiro Matsuri is a 3/2/10K. This is one of those cards. It's just like really expensive for a good reason. I was about to say for some reason, but it's a good reason. The first effect is when this is placed on the stage from hand, you can pay 1 stock. If you do, your opponent puts all of their stock into their waiting room and puts the same number of cards from the top of their deck into their stock. So just, it's buns for luck on a character, which is great. Up to 1 time per turn when you use an act, this card gets 1,000 power times the number of characters in your opponent's backstage. So can gain an extra little 2k buff. But it's that first effect that you really just want to like kind of show your opponent that you have this in hand, so that they don't try to generate like a shit ton of clean stock. Otherwise, you're really going to punish them for it. So 1 copy of Towards the Future Together Ozora Subaru is a 3/2/10K. When this is placed on stage from your hand, you can heal 1. When this card attacks, if your level has a yellow card, a red card, and a blue card, ooh, look, all 3 colors of the deck. If you do, reveal the top card, or you can pay the cost, which is 2 stock. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an event or Hololive, burn your opponent for 2. Kind of nice. And it's on attack, so if you can still summon it off of the Rushia and then get that off, which is really cool. I'll explain the Rushia in a second here. That Rushia opens up a lot of possibilities. The Towards the Future Together Nakiri Ayame, if your level has a yellow card and a blue card, this card gets -1 level while in your hand. So you can fulfill an early play condition for this, assuming you have blue, yellow, and then red in your clock. You can summon this. It is a global 1,500 power for all of your other Hololive characters, so really nice. When this is placed on stage from hand, perform the following action 2 times. Choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. If you do, your opponent chooses 1 level X or lower character in their waiting room and exchanges them. So it's what people refer to as leveling down. So if you select one of your opponent's level 3s, they have to send it to the waiting room and summon a level 2 or lower. So 1 level below or lower. They can't summon back a level 3 off of it. So being able to get stuff off the field, and you can do that twice. It's just a really good card. So here's the main draw of the level 3 game. Peaceful Times Uraha Rushia. This is from the trial deck. It's just so powerful. It's a 3/2/9K, but if you have 2 or more other Hololive characters, she gets plus 1500 power and character encore, so able to stay around for a good bit. So she'll be a 10/5. When Always Together is placed in your climax area, so it's on play at the climax. If this is in your center stage and you have another Hololive character, choose up to 1 Hololive character in your waiting room, return it to your hand, or put it on any position of your stage. So you get to either summon stuff, like maybe to the back row or something, or even to the center stage and then have more attackers, or you get to add stuff to your hand. If you returned a character to your hand, choose up to 4 cards in your opponent's waiting room, return them to their deck, and your opponent shuffles their deck. If you placed a character on stage, that character gets plus 2500 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So just get stuff really big. It opens up so many like different possibilities depending on the game state, depending on what options you have in the waiting room. You get a lot of stuff that you can do with this. Being able to like just add stuff back to hand, like the money counter, and then decompress your opponent by 4 cards is kind of crazy. And you know, summoning back the Marin, summoning the Subaru. You can even summon the Ayame back row with the effect, and she gives a global 15 to all of the Rushias on stage, or whatever other characters. It just gets really, really nice, depending on what you need to do. Grab back the Matsuri and just kind of show them. Also, I meant to say this. This is like a $10 card at the time of recording this, just saying. That is it for the level 3s. Finally. We also have a plethora of backups in here, so we're going to get to that here. I say plethora, but one of these is a higher rarity. He says 1 SR of Hachima Beam. That is really cool. 2 copies of Kind Elf Shiranui Flare is a 2/1/500. If your level is 2 or higher, this gets the following ability. You can, it's an act, you can pay 2, rest this card, and one of your Relationship War Shirogane Noel, which I don't know if he runs. Oh, no, it is this one. This particular Brainstormer. You can rest that Brainstormer and this, and if you do, summon one of the level 3 Rushia from your hand to any position of your stage. It says, also is a assist. It's a level assist to characters in front, so the Rushia we get like 1500, really nice. 2 copies of that, and this is also from, like I said, this is from the trial deck. It's just kind of crazy. 1 copy of the Hakui Koyori 3K Memory Kick Backup, really nice. 2 copies of the Hachima Beam, which it's a 2500 backup, but it has what people call a rest counter. When you use this card's backup, you can discard 4 Hololive characters from your hand, and you get to choose one of your opponent's characters and rest them, so hopefully stopping your opponent from getting off their last attack. This Suisei is a 2500 anti-change backup. You get to, when you use the backup, you get to pitch 2 cards from hand, choose one of your opponent's characters with a level higher than their level, and put it in on the bottom of their deck. So, really nice there. 4 copies of this particular Subaru, Protein the Subaru Ozora. Ozora Subaru is a 1/05K. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, if your level has a blue card, you may pay the cost, which is discarding 1 card. If you do, look up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 level 1 or higher card amongst them. Reveal it to your opponent, add it to your hands, and the rest to waiting room. You don't particularly have events in here that you need to worry about, but it does let you try to dig for more of like your climax combos and stuff. So you can't grab climaxes, but you can grab the level 3s and the level 1s. The level 1 combo of the deck is a Step Towards the Future Nanashi Mume, She4 Gore. Also, Fren is up there. It's adorable. So 1/0/45. When this attacks, if you have another Hololive, she gains 1500 power till end of turn, making her a 1/06K with the Pants trigger, which is on a Twilight Hill. She'll be a, what did I say? I4 Gore. 7K. On attack, if on a Twilight Hill is in your climax area, and all of your characters are Hololive. Look at the top card of your deck. Choose up to 1 event or Hololive character amongst them. Reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand. Put the rest into your waiting room, and then choose a Hololive character in your waiting room and return it to your hand and discard a card. So you get to do a lot of hand filtering with this, which is really nice, and just be able to like try to plus off of it. It's just a really nice climax combo. That is it for the 1s. We have a plethora of level 0s though. Holy crap. I just noticed how many it was, like a lot, but it's all good. We have the Climax Swapper Watame. So Climax swapping at level 0 and Climax grabbing this one at level 3. So it is a, so on play, pay 1 picture Climax, salvage back a Climax, and has a separate effect When the damage dealt by this card is canceled, you can put this card into your stock. So a little bit extra stock production, really nice. 2 copies of that. 1 copy of Wishing for a Future with You, Haycost Bales. This is from the Premium Booster. When this is placed on stage in your hand or put into your waiting room, so on play or on deck. Pay 1, pitch a Hololive character from hand. If you do, look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 card amongst them, put it in your hand, put the rest into your waiting room. Honestly, very underrated card. It's real good. Time just for 2 of us, Pavolia Rene, is a 00500. This is just a really good card overall. When this is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard 1 card. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. Choose 1 level X or lower character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. X is equal to the level of the card that you revealed. So, just salvage back stuff, really good. During this card's battle, but this is on when you're getting attacked, when damage you receive is canceled, you may return this card to your hand. So even if it would get reversed, damage happens first. So if your opponent swings, they trigger, and they poke you for like 3 and you cancel that 3, this bounces back to your hand before they reverse. So if they had any on reverse effects, it's a really big gamble for them to try to attack this on the off chance that you cancel. It's just really crazy. So a little bit extra utility there, but also then you get to play it again the next turn. Really good. 2 copies of that, 3 copies of Thanks for Waiting, Sakura Miko. It's a oversized 3500 level 0. It has the effect of your opponent's characters get a reduced encore because it's oversized. Otherwise, it is a on-play drop searcher, pay 1, pitch 1, search your deck for a Hololive character. It's from the Trial deck. It was a little pricey for a bit, but I think it's gone down now. It's the next is a Towards the Future Together Yuzuki Choco. It's a 002K. When this is placed on stage from your hand, you may put the top 3 cards of your deck into the waiting room, be able to, get stuff rolling. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, pitch 1, salvage back a Hololive character from your waiting room, then choose one of your other Hololive characters, and he gets 1000 power till end of turn. Really nice. 3 copies of the Brainstormer Noel. This is from the Trial deck. If you have 2 or more other Hololive characters, all of your particular level 1 Shiranui Flare and the level 3 Rushia get 1000 power. Just no matter where they're at, she can buff them up. Really nice. And your typical Trial deck Brainstormer, pay 1, rest this, mill 5 for each climax draw card. 4 copies of, I believe this is called Lapis Darkness, right? No, Yamada Hermione Minato Aqua. It's a 00500. If this is in the middle position of your center stage, she gets plus 3k power. And when this card is put into the waiting room from the stage, you can pay 1, put a Hololive character from the waiting room to the bottom of your clock. If you do, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 Hololive characters amongst them, reveal them to your opponent, put them in your hand, put the rest into waiting room. So the hope for that is you pay a cost, you pay the cost, you look at the top 2, they're both Hololive characters, you just add both to hand, and you end up plussing a whole bunch off of that. 4 copies of that, and 1 copy of Returning the Favor Murasaki Shion as a 0025. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can pay 1 stock. If you do, choose 1 character facing this card and another character in your opponent's center stage, and exchange them as standing. You get to choose what your opponent's going to attack her with, which is really crazy. I'm surprised this isn't run more. Once again, this is from like a Trial deck. I don't think it's the same one as this one. That's 3rd generation. This is 2nd generation, so it's a different one from the Rushia deck, but it's all good. I'm assuming this is just a tech-in card because you like some Shion, brother. 4 copies of Always Together, not because she graduated, and 4 copies of On a Twilight Hill. That was mean. 4 copies of On a Twilight Hill, and it's an 8 pants deck. We know how much they love that in Slime. Guess what they can't do anymore? Yeah. Also, I don't understand this title. You Thought You Ate? Who decided that? I'm assuming that is referencing Escanor from Deadly Sins, but whatever. That is going to be it for the deck. Thank you very much to Joker for submitting this in the Community Fridays section of the Discord. If you would like to submit your own deck profile, feel free to join the Discord. Link for it will be in the description. Look for the tab for submitting the deck list, and for the Community Friday specifically, toss it in there. Please post it on Decklog. It just makes it really easy for me to show off the cards like such. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If not, it's cool. Thanks for stopping by to check out the deck. Big thank you again to Joker, and we will see y'all on the flip side. Peace out for now.